So the setup of it, right? And it's just once again the the same thing applies whenever you're using the props into this. It doesn't matter what way that you can use the two. Can you see me there? All right, can you see that there, Roberta? Yeah. So even if you're using a single prop or a double prop, it doesn't matter. But setting up the Supta Baddha Konasana, what is the most important thing about the lumbar spine? Hang on. Yes, and Supta Baddha Konasana. Say it now what you're doing. Say you're doing it. Just say space. Yeah. So on what prop can you use to really make that comfortable, Karen? To create that space.
In here?
Yeah.
There's a toilet in there.
Perfect. All right. So that's if they've got that, a rolled up blanket or a towel, perfect. It's under there. If they haven't got it, the fist needs to be like this here. All right. You need that plenty of space for that. But the way this works, we're with the chair. Now, in them Iyengar chairs, don't, if you're thinking about buying them, don't. These here were £15 and Iyengar chairs about 45 £1. All right. But they have this cut out of them. All right. And I got all this stuff cut out. You can get that in the Argos, but they'll all have these here at the back. No, did none of you ever do this in my class? No?
I think you get it on Zoom. I think I've done that.
Hey? Yes. So what you do here, if you've got the blanket, you put it over the back like that. And then you get yourself put into here. Now this is so good. Now, if you've done this before, everybody see this? So you can come in like this, and then you just get the legs there like that. All right, and then you can just prop up the bolsters like this. And then you're coming into here. Now, just looking at this here, just looking at this, and if you're in this here for 12 minutes, what really good benefit does this give you? How do you think, if somebody wasn't used to lying like this, how a chair can really help them? Right, Joe, if you've done this, don't answer. Come on, folks, think. So you're lying here.
Is it your circulation?
Yeah. So like now this is actually better. Why do you think that this is better for somebody that wouldn't have done correct? So if they're up here and they're not used to, what is the big benefit of a chair like this? Yeah, those are all good answers. But if you're getting it tight here, remember, it's all right for you. You can lie here all day. But people who's not used to doing
so
this.
a range of movement for them and their hip joints then. Because when I was teaching, I put the legs up.
You can take the legs up there like that.
Oh, I see.
So you know what I mean? If they're getting it tight. And then this here is really lovely. And then you can just bring them back out again. All right, whenever they're doing that. And that's a real good benefit of the chair. Set her up. So find that? Hey. Maybe we need support for no matter what, we need support for that. Yeah, that's it. How do you find that? So the feet have to go around the edge, right, right. The other end is the chair. That's it. That's it. So support your hands there. That's it. Yeah. I'm doing it like all, and it's even how that there can actually, if for yourself, for your own practice, okay, you can press away. Shall open that. You know, if you're doing that for your own practice, and just let the legs just open, that is, you know, some really good happens. Yeah. Sure. Just be short legs. Right, up you get. No. All right. So, Paschimottanasana. Did you do Paschimottanasana?
Yes.
Right. Janusharasana. Okay, so once we get into that. No. So, if people with the tight hips, where, if you're doing that there, where would the breath go? The bad knees, where would the breath go? The top. What? Yeah. Yeah. And it's just the same practice again, right? So you just either, anybody, what you were saying, right? If you have the chair is the best. Without a doubt, the chair is the best. But you just get that there support, you know, that you're coming out. And it just goes left and right out. And it's just so good with the bolster that you can get into a bolster there like that. But if you haven't got it, right? So once again, if you haven't got it, and this is a really good posture. This is, you know, if what I want you to think about right now, I'm not, if you haven't got it in your class plan, I'm really firing this out to you. What would this posture here, you know, if this posture here, where would you lead? If you were doing this, what would you put in after this posture? If you were doing Janusharasana, what posture, if you were doing a class plan, what would you put in after? Get a look at me. If you don't feel free to just jump on too. Can you see me? So if I'm doing out a class plan, right? If I'm doing a practice, so I do Janusharasana. I'm doing it here, all right, with the support, and then I'm doing it here with the support. So what would I do after? If I was doing it, and I do a block.
Rotation.
Eh?
Rotation. Just straight
Eh? What does it look like that's a platform? Yes. Because the legs is open, right? So you're there. What's a forward bend? A forward bend is a what? I know it's flexion, but what is it? There's no here. It's a camel posture.
Oh, really?
Forward bends are camel postures. So once you do this, 2 to 3 minutes, you come up and you go straight down to Supta Baddha Konasana. The legs have got a chance to get opened. The pulse is slowed right down. Yeah? Does it make sense? I had it make sense, I don't.
I'm gonna see what you're doing with the chair and John Restorative. That's like, I'm thinking of my beginners class where I have a lot of elderly people. Like that is perfect even for a student.
Class. If you've got it,
Yeah.
okay, if you've got it. And now, if you've got a really tight hamstring, super tight hamstring, yeah, what would you do? Hey?
Put a blanket on the street leg and so on.
Have it really tight, really tight.
To the foot that's bent, just take the leg down and support.
Bolster. All right. So the bolster on the leg, it's so, and then you'll be amazed then where you can go. All right, we're super tight because you want to get into here. Oh, you definitely have to set those up there. You would set up the block. And then how would you support the head then? Remember, you're not, you remember that you're not stretching, you're not going out into for a while. And it feels when you're doing long hold postures, it's okay to have that once around the back where you're into doing this. This is okay. This is really beautiful posture. Put a block or 2 bricks or whatever, or something underneath it.
I shouldn't leave it's not.
It's supported, if it's supported, yeah.
John, and Jen and Shiraz and I was asking you to use bolster for your head.
Without it, right?
I actually, I have to look for
That 100, see there, look, you can even put, I have a boy and I have to do that one, all right? But I would use a chair a lot. I have that, if you use a chair,
yeah.
okay, the chair, and if you've got the bolster to work with the chair, from into here, you put it there like that, put the bolster up onto there, or you put the bolster in. And you
I would like a weaker back on trigger. She might have been on that chair.
right. So what you do is you turn the chair around like this, here, flexing, and totally supported. Where does you see the progression? See here, bring the chair there, then take the blanket around. You've got to start to think outside the box, and that's the skill of being able to use props. But the only way you're ever going to be able to experience is use them is you have to do it. You have to do it. Because if you're winging it, I'm telling you now, you're winging it. And you will be caught out. I'm telling you now, it's just, you don't want to be doing that. You've got to, you've invested money, you've done your teacher training, you've invested into this, but you've got to keep the practice going. You've got to give that time out.
Well, you can't tell somebody about the baby if you're not doing it yourself.
100%. 100%. Or where are you feeling or what are you feeling? Because there's one fucking thing for sure that they'll definitely not. Are we good to go? Does that feel okay there? Any questions?
Chair. You all sit over or not.
Oh, you've got enough to on that. What? There's really, the sitting bolster is perfect if you've got them, or a cushion, sitting up on a cushion. Seriously. It is. And I want to tell you something. If you really, if you've got somebody that is really tight, then there's no height is too high. You can get right up. Remember, 5 degrees of movement. It's one of the best tips I got, and it was nobody knew fuck all about yoga, hates yoga. But his father brought yoga out there. It's like 5 degrees of movement. Don't underestimate what somebody can get out of that feeling that they can only move their body with 5 degrees like that. All right. So Then, international, or whatever the, let's go over here. There, where we work with the chair. Now, I actually did this Wednesday morning. Well, were you here Wednesday morning? Working with, there's a man and he couldn't, you know, that no way, he couldn't even get to the base of the chair. All right. So he's able to come onto here and get that feeling there, that's coming back, and then just put the head onto here, like so. So you might get people there like that. But what you're doing with that is get to see the way the legs are. The legs are right out, you know, onto that. And then where they can go, some people then might be able to work and get down into there. No straight legs, you know, you want to get the weight off the hips and the sitting bones drop, and the back is just nice and long. And these here are just so good. And then the simplest wee one then, where do you think you progress to this? Keeping in mind the 5 degree of movement. Barbara, even from here, where could I go? The what? Well, the bolster is going to lift it up. No, they're still off the chair. Yeah, they're over there. We'll still get that feeling. Right, that they're coming into that. And the head support. And then the people then that are flexible, then using the chair, you can have your bolster and the blanket over there. And you let people work with what you can, but you want to get this feeling here. All right, and we lift, and then you just fold and you just hang down over the chair. All right, so get your chair. So you can use your chair there, Finola. Roberta, you just sit tight. All right.
I don't know both at this stage. We're not possible to take care. Could we do one we used to do we were standing?
That's the one there. But that, go ahead. I want you to just use the chair.
That's my alternative.
I'll give you one over the bush. So just use the chair first. So just what I want you to do is just get a couple of breaths on. No. A couple of breaths on each. You know, each bit that I showed you. Now, what is really important? Look at the chair.
It doesn't slip.
It's on your lap. Just not if you're off the mat. You just make sure that the chairs are on the mat. All right. So do the first one first. The very first one. The very first one. Somebody's really tight. That's it there. Yeah. First one, Casey. First one. Next. First one. So you're going to run into that. So the head needs to be supported. Remember, the head needs to be supported. Perfect. Yeah, knee soft, knee soft. I want you to keep that here. Lovely. And then turn it around and then drop it to the next end. That's good there, guys. That's good, actually. That's it, right? Yeah, brilliant. Now make sure, I want you to keep that as class. That's it there, class. And then just fold the chair. Just come up and fold it over. It's always a good idea to use the bolster on this. All right, so get it you've got that head supported. Yeah, that's it. So remember in this here, Feet are always out at the very edge of the mat. Every time. Okay, with the right. All right. That's you can jump the bricks up, but you put your feet up on the bricks. Stand on the bricks. Oh, but remember, you want to take that. So remember, taking one team, bend the knees, all right, so you come back this way, and then you're just falling out over, let the arms, so you're not, trust yourself, right? Let the arms hang, get that hanging feeling. So, right, so what would you do? What would you have to do if that chair wasn't working for you? It's a point there. Okay, so you get somebody that the chair's not working for you, all right? Just what you're doing without having to go through all this. So, I bet. Yeah, right? But then this, you've got that option there, what Donna was saying there, right? So the bolster here, head, that you just right down into that. Okay, and then you can also get, this is hard to do here because you got to think about certain bodies, right? Okay, because you got to be thinking about that, and you can fold it, but this is where your blanket comes in. Where a blanket would give you the same feeling there that you're lifting, and you're folding over the blanket, then you're just getting that feeling there. If they're major tight, yeah, and that's it. What you can do, you can take them into the wall and have that. But the problem is, if you're going to keep them that length of time, the head. You always think about the head needs to be supported.
It's not too much moving around too, though.
The what?
It's not too much moving around.
What do you mean?
Well, whenever I do restorative, I like it whenever I don't have to bust to, I can move the bolster and that. And I'm not standing up in the ground of the chair and reaching for the blanket, but it's just like, you just kind of get lost on
Is that right?
it. Yeah.
So it's back to you. Back to you. Yes.
What I like. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Who did I say this is not about?
I know that.
You're about what you got to think about, right?
Yeah.
Is that people who don't practice yoga for flexion postures will find it difficult in seated postures to flex. That's why you want to give them that option there. That they will find it really difficult in sitting Hasimudana or Jagdishwarasana. There's a boy there who is rigid hamstrings, rigid back, and he said that's a beautiful feeling there. So you got to be thinking about this. You got to.
Yes, the stand up thing.
As a tree, you see, but this is what
Normally you're on your mats, and as you say, you're sitting and you're lying and you're taking everything. And I honestly would never thought to say stand up and lean over here.
when you know.
Yeah, I know.
But that's what I mean, and it's really important. But what is that doing? What is that posture there doing that the rest is not? What's that posture doing? Especially whenever you're lying back with this here, and you're lying here, and you're doing this, and you're opening the hips, and
You're on your spine.
but what are you getting in that? What does that do whenever you come up with that? What's happening to me here?
Your head's
Right, so what am I getting? Correct. Fresh blood into the brain. All right, that. Hey, give it a go sometime. All right.
When you do destroy the yoga, it's the back of your head, so I understand where you're coming from. You're trying to make it as little disruption as possible. So I'm trying to get
Make it
you
no
understand
fault.
that's what rocks are for.
It's not one thing.
Yeah.
I do understand.
Yeah.
So do you do your dog often or that puppy push or not?
No, I don't know why not. You say, I can't, you know.
If you've got to start coming outside, you know, like, I'm going out have you looked at the back end of the manual? Right. So, you know, you got to be thinking about this, you know, because this is, there's a pile of postures, right? That you can be really creative on. You know, and Iangers, restorative has, anyway, I don't want to get to the whole, like you would be doing that for 5 months. Yeah, and then you would go there and be dancing for 5 months.
See, I like that pose, like I do like it myself, I just would never like getting, but I'll try and try it, like it's safe, that pose.
I tried driving a dog poster.
Yeah.
the last
Yes.
day, but there were two people that come to yoga regularly, like, you know, so, but they absolutely loved it, like.
Correct. And that is what you've got, and then you've got to think then, you know, if you're going to do, because not everybody's going to be able to go that for 3 minutes, so you just put them into that puppy cost. Aren't we coming to that there? So are we good with that? Anyone, any questions?
My thing just moved out there, sorry, John, about dog and puppet. I like being up in the dog with the head opposed to personally, but I feel I'm using my muscles and that's real because I'm holding the body up. I'm not relaxed in that, so I'd be better teaching puppet because that means more to me, because that's more relaxed feeling than the teaching. Because I'm holding up, I don't know what you.
But you know the thing, that there's what you can give that choice. What Tracy was saying,
Yeah.
there's 2 girls there who absolutely love it. Like there's no ballers then, like you don't, but it depends where you're at, what you're doing. You know, it is a really classic question to do that yes. Well then, if your weight's getting into your arms, then you need to look at that yourself, because in down your dog, it doesn't be in there. It's the legs is working. So you're using, you know, you got to think, right, why's my body forward? That's you in your posture. You shouldn't feel that the arms is just to stop you from busting your head. That you're doing, you're not pushing into there in a restorative practice. Everything is supported, so the knees have to be soft and not going back. But if you find that too much, then you just drop right down. If the thoughts in the head going, how the fuck am I going to stay here for 3 months, then you should not be in it.
And it was the year that I told you about the secretary joy, restorative at all.
Yes.
Well, she was that was the only one she really liked was the.
Because it's more active, right? And that's what you're going to get into that people, and that's you cannot deny them that feeling, but they are still.
Could you start your class with posture or not?
You could.
And then you can combine and then.
Yes.
Because that's your forward flexion.
Yeah.
Right, that makes sense.
All right. Now, so we're coming on to a few back extensions now. Are we all right? Are we all good? Everybody okay?
This is what I want to ask you, but it was, putting her in this, but she had surgery.
Like, yeah.
So,
So you read about it.
and I told her just to write it, but I was like, you just.
Yeah, but so what you're actually doing, right? So as the bullshit, as we're going to talk about one. So from here, this is a real classic. All right, to come in just to get it out over the bolster. What way is the pelvis got to be in this? What do you think? We want to get these 2 bony boys right on the center there, the ASI. So once you come onto this here, and then no, definitely, if you're just coming down onto here, or you're stretching down into there like that. And this is just absolutely beautiful here. All right, you can just fucking stay on that. Now, so if that there was too high, Tracy, right? But if with a stomach operation, then you know if they haven't healed, no, I'm not medical at all. I would not imagine. It depends that you put any pressure.
I think it was just the way that she felt a bit of stretch.
Yes.
It was like the stretch.
Yeah. So you see there, look. There. Okay. That you could just fold over that. And then there just gives it that lift. You can put it over that. All right. If she landed, right, and you wanted to give it the feeling, and if she landed the new blanket or what, or What else could you use? What do you think that you could use? Hey? What? Yeah. How good would the mat be? Why would the mat be really good for this? Yeah, and what else? Yeah. Plus the fact
You can adjust it.
you can. All right. So you're rolling it up, and that might be enough for her there. All right. And then as you progress, then you get that there. Really good. It's actually, I never forgot that. It was a question that Sharon had taught me for the spine. You put it onto your spine, rolling it up, and building that there up for your back. It is class. So, you know, and if you had that, you know, the blanket there and the head there supported, and it's just that real, feeling. It is so good, okay? Because it's that bit then, that the reason that I put there first is just to prepare the back. You know, whenever you're going to do a few back extensions and so just give it a wee lash. Now, once again, I want you to think, is it too high? Can you adjust it? Yeah, I want you to get a feeling on it, right? You know, where do you feel that you might be working there? I think there would be good there, because what I know what to tell you in you know, in the back bends and stuff, where the legs, you have a tendency, you know, to have the legs close, but in this you want to open. All right, and then just feel that absolute support, and then just get your head down. Yeah. Now you got to make sure you got to watch the pelvis in this one, right? You got to those ASIS parts there, right in the neck, that's class 2. That you want to make sure that they're right on the center there. And so now Stephen, take your legs where you're at. Good. That's it. Go ahead. Yeah. So neck issues. Right. So what do you do? So what you do here is you look at that, and you just put that there, and the forehead is there. No, that is no, it's actually one extension of your back. Right. So what you do then is you get the mat, and you get a wee thing there with that. Is that good? No, you I know, but you see there, go, here, come, sit there. There's over. It's just, you just want to make sure that the neck doesn't go into too much extension. Yeah. No, but you see the way that you know that's too high.
John, shoulders in this one. For me.
The what?
Shoulders in this one.
You'll put them down to your side.
I have asked, but can I then still put the head on the here, roll
Yeah.
forward? I don't want to turn the neck.
Hey?
I don't want to turn the neck so
No,
far.
fold that up.
See, the only thing I think that come up for me now is knees.
The what? Yeah. No. So what, now Tracy mentioned their knees, right? And she says her left knee. So what would you do? What? Underneath? That knee? Both. Both. All right. Yeah, right. That's because it's that same feeling. All right. So you see here. So you're there with this, right? And then with that, hey. Does that feel better? Yeah. All right. And then, so what other prop does Tracy need?
Do you have a question on the back?
No,
No.
just the blankets. That's all that you really need. So if there's only one blanket, where will it go? On the back.
But only one.
If you've only one blanket, no. You put your hands in. What do you think? What, right? You, put your hand down there. Put your hand down. So, you know, you think about it. Now, it might be all right for you because you're in here doing a course, but I want you to take your mind to maybe somebody coming in.
You feel exposed.
Eh? Okay. All right. You feel that. And a lot of, so it's really, really important that you get that, you know, that you get that. It's really, really important. So then we come in then to that cobra pose there, right? That you're coming up into that. So once again, it's the same principle applies. So I said to you on Friday night, Terry, right? That the way that it looked as if it was too much for you. So you don't want this here. All right, you don't want that. And then the arms here. It's really important that these forearms are, you don't want your arms off the floor. Okay, they have to be on the floor, and yeah. So that they've got that feeling of being pressed down. And what Emma's doing there, you get that. Okay. So what I would now, so we're into here. So once you're doing the like of this here from now, you see this all right, Roberta? Yeah. Yeah. So just yes.
I think it has to go in the first one.
Yeah. Right. So
because I find, you know, one of the risks, I think food for somebody I can know have a lot of ability.
right. Well then, so Emma did. No, it's all right. Do it all. So now, so it begs us then, right, that the bolster's too high, Roberta, right? You know, for a lot of people that would have tight backs. So what you're teaching me, tell me how I would get the benefit out of that there. If I'm feeling it in the lower back, it's the lower back that you don't want that effect. So get rid of those. Yes. And what do you use for support then? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you go back again, Bex, right? We go back again to the 5 degree of movement. So what you do is you get rid of everything, you put your arms out here like this, and then you slide your arms out.
And do you use the blocks?
And then you just get the block. So does it make sense that you don't want to put the head in the block again? Right, I'm just using this as a break event. So you're there. See that tilt? There, look. There. So the front of the is just resting onto that, and then the arms is like this. If they feel anything in the lower back, what instruction do you give them? But even here, I don't know, right? So if they're doing this, right? Because standing on it for a long time with people is, you know, it won't be. So so if I'm here, what instruction would I give? Arms forward. Because look, if I take my arms forward, the chest drops. Okay, and that takes the pressure off the lower back. But there's still. Yes. This here is a back extension. What posture? It's the same principle in our back bend. If we're doing a back bend, the head comes up last, right? So what we're doing here, look, from here to here is a back extension. That there is a back extension. And some people, there's a doctor comes to me And that's where he started, and that's as much as he would love. All right, and that's, you know, Peter Tracy. That's the way he was.
John, see that bolster, is it underneath your oxters on your chest? Where should that bolster be?
From once you get up, what the girls was doing there was really, really good, right? You know, if they can't, you lift the floor up to them where you support that. So what you want to do, it's the same effect that you're lifting here, okay? So what the bolster now is actually doing, what the bolster is actually doing now is just giving that support there, just to keep the back in extension. And it's just to give it that feeling. Now, so this is the add-on now that you can do, okay? If I have bad knees, if like for yourself, right, what you were saying, and I've got this, right, imagine this, and my head's here like this, and I'm supported there now with this, and the bad knees, okay? This is the add-on for it, and this really works. If they can work, bend the knee, and then take this foot and just pull the knee in like so. And you're just staying there like that.
That's a bit, I think, about me, like, what I'm not.
This here is so good for bad knees. So good. Just hold it for that length of time that you're on it. Now, what might stop you doing that? No, sorry, I should have shown you there where that knee goes, or where the foot goes. The foot needs to come to the outside of the hip. Sorry, see there? The foot needs to come to the outside of the hip. So the outside of the hip. That's it. And that's for bad knees. So you're not, like, remember, you're just holding it, right? So
You're not pulling it.
you're not pulling it, you're just holding it. And it's just coming down. You get that? So no, so the knee is here, it's the foot there. You get that? And you do that knees, just retract it off. Follow support. You get that? Yeah. So the shoulder is there and the roller reaching the foot. How would you help them?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, exactly.
Your arms have to be, could you bring them back with that?
Yeah. As long as you feel that full support on that.
So without the bolster on your back, slipping and everything, just,
Yeah, any back issues, that's what you do there.
and then supporting the head.
And then the head there, so no, you wouldn't have that back. Yeah, that's. All good?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Back issues, right? People with back problems, you know, if you have somebody coming, which of the back ends would you not put them up to? Anybody that has back issues going on for them, what one would you not put them onto?
That yoke there.
What?
That yoke with the legs.
So, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no bridging. You would, you know, if say there you had the plasma and you had them, you wanted to do that. You wanted to put on set band and you wanted to do that in your plasma. And then you wanted to maybe just do, you know, the fourth one over the back of the chair. Like that. You let them stay in this here. These here, any back issues, and that's my experience, as with my get trouble. I stayed here in that posture, L4, L5, S1, and I had to stay with this here for 4 years. No better. Strong, you know. All right. So any back issues, you've established that if people say I have back stuff going on, don't let them. I think I hear Ellen mention that they still do this. in that bridge posture. Did you?
Why call it bridge?
So yes,
Well, look,
Why not?
some of them, it depends where they're at with them, right? So you think about it, okay? You think about it. Whenever they're doing like bridging, what's happening?
back 6 down.
What has they working with? Legs. You're bringing a whole different kind of muscle group into it. Okay? You've got 3 big back extension muscles that lifts you up from gravity. You're being supported from the floor. The hands are supporting you there. That lightness into it. And these muscles are getting stronger. But what is also getting stretched out more in back extensions? What else is working? Where do you feel? Your front body. All right, that you're coming into that. So that's
Not even to one rep job, because I know myself coming back. to
no,
that rep.
because there's a woman here and you just wouldn't know her. And do you see whenever she's lying not on a brick, on a block, and she rubber stamp with Mickey's lying in that there for 3 minutes, you need to see her getting out of it. Way back, you need to see her getting out of it. Because what have you got to do?
Got to lift up.
You got to lift up.
Mm.
All right. So whenever you think about it, you're lying there over that bolster. What have you got to do for your butt after lying on it for 3 minutes? And then it was, you what? You have to lift up. And you ask somebody with back issues to see you to do that and just look at the face.
That's his responsibility.
Hey?
That's his responsibility.
Yeah. You know, it's come up that everything has to be effortless. Because then if they're holding this here, so you would not put them over that prop. If you would say, you know, let them try it, if it's too much, then you'll find that they have to do it. But then to release this, you just lie down. You know, there's no effort in there, you're coming. All right. So those are the ones there that you want to wax. Now, going into here, into the bridge posture, where you can work on it. The props that you would need for this is either a block, brick, or 2 bricks, or a bolster, and a belt. Okay, especially if you're taking the feet out, or if you're taking the legs out. All right, you just don't want them just to flap all out over the place. Now, getting into this posture. Has any taught this? Taught the bridge posture, no? Right. So what you do is give them the option. Give them the option of those there, look. And that's the way there that you would show a block or a brick. Can you see that wee bit of a difference? The height that comes on. 2 bricks coming on to there, and then the bolster. Okay, that you get that. Where else would need to be supported during that bridge posture? The what? Yeah. And what would be the best, the best? Yeah, and it's really important that you've got to keep this natural curvature here in the cervical neck. All right, and the towel, a rolled up towel or blanket does that for you there. All right. So getting into it, I'm telling you now, especially when you're coming to do your back extensions, where are you normally at?
They're zoned out by that stage.
The what? Yes. And whenever you ask somebody then, you see them, and you say, but you put 2 bricks on the back. All right. So that, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm sure you've heard me say you're heading straight for A&E. All right. So then this is when your teaching needs to come in. Just fucking watch. Because whenever you get into that, and then we're saying getting in and out of the postures. We're back here with this. Now, once again, don't get too caught up about the positioning here, right? It's okay to go wide in this. What way is the pelvis got to be
Neutral.
neutral? Good. So you just check that, that's the first thing. And then from there, lift them up. Now, anybody that has got really bad back issues, and that was the first test that Mickey did to me. I was lying on his table like this. Is anybody bad back? Anybody go to somebody with bad back?
Yes, yes, getting there.
Did you get the therapist? Did they lift your leg like that? Well, Mickey cares an osteopath. First thing that he reached my leg, and he says to me that he lifted people's legs like this here, and they roared out of it. There, roared out in pain. And then you're asking somebody then to do that. Okay, so it's really, really important that you make sure that this is the observation that you need. So to get out of this, we've got to press the feet into the floor. Okay, hip flexors, lifting up. So once again, in the posture that you did at the beginning of the extension, it was here. The ASIS, the PSIS boys, now them two, the feeling there at the bottom of the pelvis, two wee sticky bones there. Look. So you make sure that they're planted there like that. That could be enough there for some people there just to stay like that. Then the progression. Can you see there, Roberta? Sorry. And then the progression then is a brick. You also, a good tip is to put the blanket tucked out here as well. So a brick or two bricks can go onto here. Eh?
I do.
What? No, not really, no. No. You're all right here with these. Because you're down into there, and then we're letting go. Then this becomes, well, if they're tight here, that's not really happening. But this is lovely, right? Anybody that is well practiced, it's lovely. But you see people, they will want to do it, they'll go out into here, and after 30 seconds, you'll see them bring the leg back in. They're not able to work with that. The same principle applies then with the bolster. You pull the bolster in here, so they're there. So you've got that feeling there. Now, what must happen here? No? Can you see? Yeah. Shoulder blades jumping. All right, so you've got that. And then you go right into there. Then coming out of it. Pascal, tell me how to come out of this.
Bring the hands to the sides of the waist, push up and remove the blocks, pushing up through the hips. Check.
No. What did you say there? Remove what?
The bricks, the blocks.
Yeah. So you would do, you're right there,
One
right?
at a time.
One at a time. So you go that way. Give it that. And then from here, upper back, and then just softens down. All right. So you just take that time then. So then, we're to the thoracic spine now. Okay. Is everybody all happy enough there with the setting on the part? So the thoracic spine. So getting right into here. And this is really lovely. Okay. So if you're blessed with two bolsters, you know, then these would be my first preferences there to work with. So you're here like this, and that same principle applies from here. All right, so you get that distance there again. Now, once again, we bend, and this time here, we just fold over, and then the head just rests onto the bolster like this. All right. Now, so if that was too much, which is it's a fairly strong one, right? You know, for people that, what would you do? How would they get a feeling? What would you do for them? It's definitely. So you go this way. You have the bolster there like that. All right. And then same thing again, supporting that. And then either legs bent or out into here. And this is good here. Now, while I'm here, right? While I'm here, this is going to be a counter posture here for your shoulders that I'm not going to go over this again, right? So how do I make this a counter posture? If you're thinking about your fish posture, okay, I'm bringing neck issues into it, right? So what do I do now to counteract being an embarrassment? Tell me what it is. So the blanket. So in a fish posture, the heads are gets right, you know, to counteract to open up here. So you can either get a block, and then it's just once again you're into that 5 degrees of movement. So you're into here, and then you're just there. Okay, so you're putting right there. You've got that support, and the chin is just lifted into there. You're just beautiful, all right? Now, you can, if someone is practicing yoga a lot, right, and have this here is my favorite to do if I'm doing this, because what this actually does works a lot on opening the chest, really getting the chest open a lot. You know, if you have real tightness up around the back here, okay, into there. So you set this up with your bricks like so. So it's either there now or there. But somebody with a real tightness in the neck and neck issues, how would I make that even better for them? Good. And then once again, you make sure the position of this here goes between the shoulder blades. So you can see the way this works, right? And then you get the brick. And where the brick goes, tell me where it goes. So just there, see that where the spine ends there, just at the back of the ears, just here like that. And then you see there now, Bex, where the neck is nice and free. Okay, that you've got that feeling there. You're just under that. Now, where would I put a prop? I think it's so 30. If the backs of the legs, as you know, like so there you put there into the backs of the legs there like that, mix that and the absolute dream. Any do it?
John, I tried to practice in the home and I found the brick there even with the wee blanket. I just don't know if it's a panic or
no, but that's because it's that tightness in your back, and that's what you need to.
I just rolled up the whole blankets for the long ways and just sort of put onto the blanket at first. I would be quite tight there, so I didn't put on.
But that's the exact reason why you need to do that. You know, like, and not even for a restorative point of view, to really get that tightness out of the back, because this is the dullest part of your spine over here. And that's the part there where it's really difficult. You know, you want to be thinking a lot, especially if you are really tight up in there, where you want to be thinking a lot about that. So give those from Seti Bandha. Okay, I want you to do Seti Bandha. So the Finola, I want you to work on that. I want you to do Seti Bandha with either a block or a brick, or just do the whole thing, and then with the bolster. So just start off. The what? Did I miss that?
That's a variation.
Oh, I will come back to that. That's all right. So I want you to use a block, a brick, 2 bricks. Just get a feeling on it, right? You want to do something, okay?
I haven't talked about the Sphinx before. I suppose I want to teach very so that's the whole
What?
Do I make that person who can do this all?
No, stay. No, stay. If you can't, yeah, they do that. Cobra. What?
But if I haven't taught that precautions to have in the schools with them.
I don't know what you mean, but,
I couldn't get that before we came into this, that was okay for that person to stay there. But if I have a different person before setting down, what can I get them to do in an alternative church?
just saying that, it's not real, but they need that. They need just to
I
stay.
get it, but I haven't done, say I haven't taught that just before setting down. Say I haven't taught that one just right before.
I don't know what you mean, though. If they can't do city bandit, they do cope. You understand? Oh, they might have did it for a fucking year. All right, so there's nothing wrong with it. You know, don't be thinking that it's, you know, that they're bored. They need that.
So you see when you're bolster, you lie there and hold.
Lie down and then slide the bolster. Now, how do you, what way do you position the bolster? Hand it, good here. Well work it. All right. That's it. No, I just want you to be feeling. I don't want you to be lying in the wash there. I want you to be, you know, I just want you to be feeling. You get an experience of it, get an anything coming out of it. And then what Tracy says then, how do you work it with the bolster? How do you bring the bolster in? Yes, it's really important.
What's really important?
One break at a time. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, but then go ahead and get into that. Oh, get them read on that. That's right. No. That's it. That's it. You don't want to have to lose it. That's it. Don't work with it. Right. Here. Here. That's it. Go ahead. Why did you make that easy for someone?
Just put the big breaks.
Get out Yeah. No.
You've got the picture left up. That was there. Wow.
What's the handle?
Hold on.
What's the handle? Slide it up. There you go. Is that right? Is that the way I get there? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, Fanola, if you're working with somebody with wee short legs, all right. So what I want you to do, right? I want you to get your 2 bricks there. Get your 2 bricks and lie down and put your 2 feet onto the bricks. Everybody try that to see what it's like. And now lift up and now reach for your bolster. That easier. Yeah, thumbs up. Good. I wouldn't suggest you just fucking talk. I don't think like that. I really would have. No, Bex asked a question there to go about. So, what other prop could you use there? You know, what other prop could you use to stabilize the legs there? Yeah, exactly. So, a blocker right in between the legs. If you hadn't got that. Okay, and that really just. Yeah. You get that? But it's subtle. Remember, you know, that whenever we're doing this here, okay, that you're not, everything's relaxed, you know, that's just holding, just really, really subtle. Okay, now, this next one here, I put this in because it's, like, it's not everybody, it's not, I would only use it, no, well, I use it with class, right? But not all the time, but I use it in one-to-ones all the time. Right? With working with this, and this is just so good. Have any done this? No, they've done this here with me. Angela, you don't do this with me, no?
It's just that we don't do
That's
it.
totally understandable. In restorative class. So what you do is that you get the bolster like so, and then you get a wee blanket, and you put a blanket. Now, it's really important. If you want to watch, it's getting into this is always the big one. All right, is always the big one. So what you do is you come on in here, like, can you see there? All right. No, once again, in an Niagara thing, you wouldn't have this here, but you know. So what you do here is you set up, you would have your block handy there if you need it. And then one hand goes here, okay, so you put the hand on there like this, and then you put the hand here to support if you need it, and you just swing the two legs up like so. And so you get this. So what have I got to do now?
Lower down, then you've got to think about your neck. You've got some support there.
I'm going to lift it up first.
Oh.
Okay. So we can use the feet here and bring the hands here like this and adjust. All right. And then look, put the hands here. And then if you have wee dodgy wee thing with you don't have calves or quads, you put the feet in there and they just hang down. And this is just priceless for your knees. Here. This is so good for your knees. I mean, so good. All right, so you're there and you just come out. Now, come out of it. You just put the 2 feet up onto here. One arm is up to the side here like this. And then you just roll over and push yourself.
So we're all up at a stage on the aroma of the class. So this is where the fun comes in as the teacher. Right, check.
I know, perfect. I mean, I just paused it all. Where did it say your mat? Your chair?
On the mat.
Chair on the mat.
Remember, we're all those.
That's all right. It's just all that. So, no. Right here. You should be there. All right. Now take your time and yeah. Just swing all over. No, swing. That's it. Yeah, swing all over. That's you. No, you got to once you're not meant for yourself, really hold yourself right there. And then we drop in. Yeah, and then see if you can.
I'm on the road.
That's so good for your knees.
Oh, that's so fun.
And that's, I'm telling you now, I got that from a 90-year-old Niagara teacher. So see if you want to have there 3 minutes, sitting on your legs hanging in the back of the chair. Best thing ever for Then he's over here from Mark, here. Probably she's up around her neck of the country. 90 years of age, and that's what she give to a person. Right, and then put your 2 feet up, and then up onto the top, and then just roll over to the side. And then push yourself up. Brilliant. You get that? It's lovely. It is just a class of posture. But it's, you know, and teaching it in a class situation is difficult if you haven't got the chairs. But I put it in because if you're looking at a one-to-one, that's what I want to encourage first. If you ever advertise yourself as doing one, I'm telling you, they love it. And that one there is just so good. I work with a golfer doing that, and he went and bought the fucking chair. He bought the whole 9 yards. You know that because it is like a hanging posture, right? Because there's a traction of it, and any back issues there where you feel there that traction there just coming out. That's why you normally say there, is that you get that feeling from it. No. So the inversion. Go ahead.
I wondered if any of these would incorporate using the wall, any of the postures, like when you're talking about adults to use the wall, and any of these that you could point in direction, because the studio was great walls for all of them.
Yeah.
So any
For what?
for using the wall, you know, like legs up the bolster and things like
No, we're going into this here, right? Making for an inversion. Well, I'm doing this here now. So inversion, right? You see the way it is. You're either on the brick or 2 bricks. Okay, that you're working on that. You can see here. Now, was any here, Joyce? You do the shoulder stand? The chair. You can work with it like that as well, right? So an inversion. When we come in, now after the back bends, right? After doing all the back bends, you either do Paschimottanasana, hanging down, or rotation. Okay, you can get any of them. That's a must. All right. What I strongly suggest what you would do, right, depending that you look at your time, where would Paschimottanasana or hanging out with the chair help you more? Why would you think it would be better just doing that instead of rotation? It's only a week point for it, right? Anyways, all right.
So after backhands, we Paschimottanasana.
Yes, or hanging. You know that hanging posture where you hang down, you know, standing forward there, just really back. All right. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing a rotation. Absolutely nothing wrong at all about doing a rotation. Okay. So the inversion. All right, how we work with inversion is just basic enough. All right, so we're here, you're lying like this. Now, what if it doesn't matter what I'm doing, what must I do now? What must I do? Before I left my legs. What? No, I will. Besides that. Shoulders.
Oh, I thought the legs.
All right. Now, what you can also do is just have the triceps there like that and subtly just press them onto the floor. And if you do that, you just feel a bit of coming off the leg. Right? So we're here. Now, doing this is all hunky-dory if we have long hamstrings. All right, that's ability. Now, you said that you have wall.
Yes.
You have nice wall space. Okay. So how it works with the wall, that you've got a couple of different options there. Can you see me, Roberta? Right. So what you do is you've already learned this from your shaky band. All right. There's nothing wrong with doing this with the legs up the wall. If you just come in and you just take the legs like that. Okay. Now in these postures, right? Whenever we're doing these, even though they're inversions, the not doing must out, and that's a teaching point. The not doing must outdo the doing. Normally we're here, but it's not like that now. So we get that there support. Now, there's nothing wrong with this here, okay? But you can have an add-on here that you press the feet into the wall like this, you lift the hips up, you slide your bolster in, and you can go there. All right, so you've got that. Or if you've got two bolsters handy, this is so good. So you just like that. And this here is just pure hair. All right, you get that. And then just go down, and then you counteract that. Okay. Now, so by this time you learn a skill with the chair. All right, you've got that skill with the chair. This here is a big Iyengar restorative one. Now I didn't put it into the manual for a specific reason because it's, you know, it's did anybody else ever do this? Have you ever done the shoulder stand in the chair? In class, yeah. So what you do, there's a hole, you can have a block handy, right? And where the and some people would put the chair against the wall, then you can have this here, you have a sticky mat there, and you have a blanket. The blanket's never a good idea because it normally just rolls off there, but you can get a bit of support onto this. Now this is for somebody that practices a bit of yoga and will do well into the yoga. You know, you wouldn't, you know, that golfer while I was showing him this, he said, "You fucking mad," and, you know, but it is, whenever you think about it, you know, it is a bit daunting to you, never going to see it, but whenever you're in it, it's class in it, you know, it is really, really class, and you can stay in it for a long time. So you put the legs right here, like so. This is what I'm telling you here to do here for dodgy knees. See here, sit in the chair like that, and you can even have your back up against the wall. 3 minutes. All right, that's what she was saying. There, she was into that. Best thing ever, best thing ever. So from here, now to get into this, we want to start to slide down nice and easy, and then you adjust the shoulders onto there. And then you put the feet, you can take the hands there inside of the chair like that. And then we just come up and the pelvis is supported. And the legs is up. So you're just there like that. But you make sure as you don't let the legs go over there. And you can just chill out here. Nice and steady. This is just lovely. You, honestly, God, you're just totally supported. To come out of it, feet goes on here, hands comes out, and then you just press and you just roll up the back, and you just roll off the side of
Are we doing it?
No, you, well, look, if we want to give it a go, if any is want to,
I know practicing it, but I haven't taught it yet. I love
No.
practicing that.
I'm only, look, it's recorded. All right, it's recorded. So I'll say there's all that there recorded there. Okay. Now, so if you want to just go and get a wee 5-minute break, go ahead and then. Now, has anybody any questions there about those blueprints?
Where do you get those chairs?
Argos.
These are all.
Yeah, but what you need somebody handy. Look, if you see here, they have a back on them there like that, and I got them all cut off. If you see into that, you know, you can work with it. I need to take that front bar off too, but you need it smoothed out. But I just kept the front bar on. All right, but they're, you know, seriously, they're about 15 bucks.
Yeah.
But if you get to that Amazon thing, the Iyengar chairs are anything from £45 Oh,
Oh, you're crazy online,
yeah.
Chris.
So that's that. Okay, so
And I saw people talking about the equipment and I noticed when I was teaching it, carrying everyone with you.
well, this is the
I need a
thing.
better car.
This is what you got to be thinking about when
Yeah.
you're down the line.
I had to work out before I got
You know,
to the
I'm
studio.
blessed because I'm able to
Yeah.
have this here.
Carting that around with you.
But the one thing is definitely you know, what I want. Right, going ahead because 5 minutes. So I'm going to stop this recording now, Roberta, right? And if you just want to take a wee break there, without that, to adjust there, or you can just not adjust, but just a couple of these wee postures here now. All right. Right. So just going to stand right here, right? Right now. So just in. So if it's doing sympathetic asana, right? These are just a couple of wee add-ons, okay? So, right, good. So
Can I ask you something? Yeah, sort of.
it is good.
On your back.
So always remember. So in your teacher training, right? In your teacher training, we were doing that these couple days. What's the most important thing about whenever you were given subtle adjustments? No. You know all that. But you
Safety in yourself.
what? Yeah, very good.
John, I'm sorry, I can't see.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. That you're comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this one, there's a couple of goals that you can do. We're going to partner up today. So the first one, right? The first one is just to like hold his head. Okay. So you just here where the occiput is here, and then you just gently just hold that and just have that there like that. Just hold that. And then from here, can you see the fingers there? It is so important, the touch here. Okay, do you notice the difference in this touch?
Don't have your question. Sorry.
No, go ahead, what do you say?
No, I noticed that first, the moment you moved your finger.
Yeah, right, did you get that? So I'm just holding this really gently, then there's that. You see the difference in that? Right? Too much. Okay, so you get that? So I'm holding here, and then all I'm doing here is this here. Just watch. Do you feel that? What happened?
Hold out the way.
The length of it. Yeah. All right, then you get that length, and there's not this. All right. You get that? So do you understand, right? So it's there, that it's just really light. You're just cradling the head there like that, really, really light. And then you just lie back. And you just hold that.
Do you sit there holding their head?
Hey?
You don't sit there holding their head, do you? What? No, you just let go.
Yeah, but this is one-to-one stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
Right? So why you just help me there, okay? But I was just, so why would you not do this in a class like this?
The rest of them get no attention.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. What else? You what? Besides that? What am I doing? What am I doing here?
John, sorry, is it because you haven't asked permission to touch them?
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
we've dealt with that there.
Huh?
But who's getting my full attention? Ask it.
And you're not looking at anybody else?
You're not looking at anybody else. Because if you were doing an adjustment, you've got to be watching that there. So this here is just, if you were just working with somebody, you know, like like the 2 years or something, like 1 or 2 would be okay. That you just hold that for a wee bit, and then just to release. Yeah, you get that? And then the next one that we're going to do is, which is here with the hands, is here like this, and then I'm just, you get that? No, I'm not pushing them.
No, I don't mean that, I mean.
No, but there's a palm and a half, right? So here, look, and then you feel that? What do you feel?
Just that push down, or not push, but the pressure, yeah.
So it's just like that. You feel that? And what's happening?
I'm softening that.
Correct. Okay. But what do you notice about this? What do you notice about this?
Yeah, emotional being in the everyday, so I bet you're not looking over there.
And what else?
Reading.
No.
Your fingers left it.
Fingers. Why?
Caressing, like, you want to caress.
See there?
Reading.
You're going where you shouldn't be going.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the man. Do you understand? Okay. So you're a bit involved there. Because it's, see that 3 fingers below there, you're into breast tissue. And you're going somewhere that you shouldn't be going. And it's really, even a woman on a woman. No, I keep saying that. I don't know, but I would imagine. All right. And it's just look, the back here and the hands there. I'm not doing this. Okay. You notice the difference in that? You notice the difference in that, right? I'm doing this.
It's not intrusive, that's the thing.
You're just there for that. Okay, so you're there. And then the third one, whenever you're on to that, is here. You get that? So look, what you do here, you see here like this, right? So it's there along here, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Well, then where are you there?
And you can find it along the tracks. There. All right. Okay. So, our girl. It's just no release, it's touch. All right. So, listen, what is really important is feedback. Okay, it's feedback. All right. So just partner up, doesn't matter who you just. No, Pastor, there's another one there, so you got it, we can demonstrate. You can just. Go ahead. I go sir, just there. No, you're fine. You got that. It's Tracy. I'll be doing it for you. So what you just you know what you do. Okay, so just set it up. That's it. Right. So the first one, you're just holding the head, and that slightest, just so slight, you just lean back as if you're just bent it. Donna, never worry about all that crack now. We haven't time, you know, we're just, look, we know all that. So, but you see, that's what I mean. You guys can be up on your knees, okay? Whatever, yeah. So you're just there to have there. Yeah, just come out from the side. Right, just, yeah, but that's way too much, yeah. You just got to, you see here, and where there's lots of foot here, you're just there. No, just release it a wee, yeah, and then you just lean back. Because you just get that, you can see there, you just, the minute that you went back, I just felt all that there. Just see around here, see there, look. It's just these boys there. So after what they call the hands is onto the shoulders. All right. So once you get that, you know, just about a minute. All right. You know, you just hold that, yeah, just to see how you feel with your that, and then the hands is just onto the shoulders. So you're just across the traps, yeah.
Is it the hands in my hands?
The hands, and then you just keep the fingers. No, that's it. You just touch, and then you just think about the snow. See where you drop your hand. Yeah. No, you don't move the hands. So those hands is just that's class there. And then all you do is just think about your sternum bone 1 degree forward. Just take it forward. That's so good. You just feel like that. That's right.
And then this other one.
So you would hold that there, back there, right?
In order, spit in your face for and the freezer, you're baldy brown.
And then, so, and then once you put the hands, then the thumbs go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
See to do that, right? I have to like this here. To do that, do I release my hands and then back on again?
Yeah, no, it's just the thumbs you're putting. Just the
Not
thumbs.
the hands, this time.
The hands, just the thumbs. Really, you might think that you're not, you know, so it's just really light.
So
Really. Too much.
as them bones are beyond them.
Then you want to see the traps? That's it.
No,
Oh,
it's too tight.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Do it one more time.
Brilliant. That's really good.
And if you do that a few times, 3, 2, 1, and just do 3, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 3, right? Keep doing
No, just you would just go. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and that's it.
That's like just punishing the week.
Yeah. Okay. Look at this. I swear to God, depression needs to be so like because what you're doing, right? That there is supplements. So what you're doing there is releasing that you're encouraging that fascia to soften. It has to be. It has to be. Now, really, so you cannot do that soft enough. But remember, feedback. Feedback is really important. Okay. And it's just that. And you just lean back and you just feel the suppleness. You're just letting your hair off. Yeah. So you're just holding that, but you can see where you're letting your shoulders. You're leaning forward. It's just holding it, and the slightest movement back No, you see, what you're looking for is, yeah, no, and then you just get that, it's so subtle. So important, yeah, and that's, but even like it's the same thing with grounded and that feeling, yeah, that's good there, that's really good. Now, so really make sure that it's not pressure, because what you're doing is you're releasing fashion, that's encouraging that fashion to release. So it's just a real subtle movement. Like the rose together. Honest to God, and it's not, it's okay, you know, but it's just, you get that? Yeah, no, it's just, and it's so subtle. You get that out? Hey? Yeah, no, it's just there that way, right? And then these stuff, and then it's just, I think, the subtle of that you're not using your hands, it's the body that's just so subtle. It's just that, it's the softness, it's you must be, that you just get that real lovely feeling. No, are we all done? Right, sir. Now, so if we were doing do that, I should go this. All right, even using the chairs, so you sit on the block. I'm sure that excuse me, that we go.
Leave you hanging there. Teacher's castle, come on. Pastor, you got our attention. Sure, don't on there. There's another care. I might have to listen to next door neighbors go barking. Whenever I'm at home. She never shuts her face.
Right. So the action of this, right, is where we're put this here. So move back a bit. front age. Sorry about this here, yeah, so sorry. Are you? No, so even there, so lean out to that, wherever you're at. No, so you hear blanket like this, 2 knees onto the blanket like that. Okay, so you're here, and then hands is here like this, and then you just do. You get that? Yeah. Okay, so it's from here, but what am I doing? What else am I doing? Right? So you're getting this here, look at the elbows. So here, and then the hands. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, pushing down.
You get that? So you're up. And does that feel okay? So you're there like that. So it's this here. Elbows are tight. Hands is here. And then there, and we're going. Just there like that. Just to get that pull. Okay, just nice and easy, just support that. And then you do this. So you come here, you see here, and then the hands go round up to here, and then, yeah. Up. Here. Yeah.
What we do there, before you move there.
From here, nothing. From here, just finding this there now. Here, and then up, and then it's down into there. Is that okay? So you just get that real nice softness. So look, here, forward and up. Just give them that. All right, look, it's just so effortless. And then from here, and then just, yeah. Good. Please go. Just keep the same partners. See them? You think about lengths. You're pushing. You're going to get a sense of the time. Think of that. How much? Don't do nothing else.
We have to keep your hands there.
You just get that feeling there. You know, you just give them that.
Yeah. I still feel
Way too much. Way too much.
once.
Now you push it, it's leaning into it. I want you to get a feeling that you're lifting. Perfect. Perfect. Just there. You just rest there for a wee bit and then release. You should be on the lower back now.
Hands again, Joe.
Yeah, and the fingers pointing down. Just a real subtle. Too much. Do that. You know yourself. Perfect. That's it. That is so good. So what are you experiencing? What are you experiencing? What are you experiencing there, Emma? No, stay with it. You have.
It's just like a gentle pressure on your hips going down.
And what else is going on? The what? Does anybody feel your shoulders drop? Yeah. You get that? That's you understand? That you get that, once you get that, then everything is releasing, right? You know, you get that real feeling. You ever see people go in here? You just get that. Yeah. So just remember that that's too much. And give the feedback. If you feel, you know, if you feel that they're leaning into the bolster, the first one is left. Okay. So you're not, what do you think about lefting? One more here, spread from go make sure nothing is touching the spine. You're either side of the spine. You're not on it. Yes, and it's just a subtle left. You have to lean into it. Just no question at all. It's gentle. Yeah. You're not, that's a lead assist rather than an adjustment. So that, you know, whenever you're there, it's just, and then you leave them. You know, you just give them and leave them with that feeling. So you want to move the side, and then it's moved right. You get that? So you should feel everything from here to right now. Okay. So you want to go here and left. And it's too subtle because you want them to get that feeling themselves. No, let me see that. So is he sitting up on something? He needs to be sitting up on the block. Or a brick, put them 2 bricks there. Yeah, that's better. Make sure you're sitting on the front edge of them, Brian. Yeah. And now, Finola, you need your knees supported. Be on your knees that you're kneeling. That's it. Yeah. And then just put your hands then. So, Brian, if you were to even get a bolster there, Brian, and put a bolster onto the chair. Yeah. And then just put the hands over the bolster, Brian. Yeah, and the head. That's it. Perfect. And now just at the scapula there, just put your hands there now. Spread your fingers wide, Finola, too high. And now lift up. Now get your arse up off the heels. Lift up. And then just feel as if you're lifting the rib cage, but really soft. No, you're leaning into him. Lift it up. That's it. There you go. But softer than that. Do you get that, Brian? Good. And then put your hands then down at these kidneys then, Finola. Yeah, a wee bit higher, just a wee bit higher. And then just encourage them then just to drop down. Soft, really soft, Finola. That you're pressing down, and he should feel his shoulders drop there now and everything. Keep checking on with them. Yeah, happy days. Well done. You get that? Yeah. Well, ask her. So what are you talking about? Right. So in white hair, there's different ways, you know, it depends on who you're actually working with, right? And white hair. So if you're able to get into here, just say get into that. So the knees go down. That's it, and you just fold out over the bolster. Just let your head hang there, and then just turn your head. Good. So you're there like that. So then what you want here now is just to get this feeling that we want to have the sensation that the hips are, you know, that he gets the awareness of that release. So the hands then go like this. You come back, soft knees into here, push the butt back, and you put your hands, and then you just feel here, and you can just lean there. You get that? So look. Just that feeling into there like that. And then you put the hands up there on the big ears of the pelvis, and you just lean forward. You get that? So now you feel, if you just see, if you were to watch his shirt here, there. Can you see that? The way that lengthens. So that's these muscles here just lengthening. You get that? And it's not doing this here. All right. Do you know what I mean? And it's the subtlest of touch when you're doing that. It's an assist, not an adjustment. Okay. So if I was adjusting him, it would be a different ballgame altogether. And then from here, you would get this feeling here. The hands is here like this again. You get that? No? What's moving in me? Just taking my knees forward. That's there. Just so subtle there. The knees is just going forward like that. All right. Now, that's all right if you can get it, but the same thing. Angeline, the same thing applies if you were working with care, you know, if you were stretched out over that. It's just that subtle, that the pelvis is moved, you know, just that wee subtle length, and the shoulders is moving away. You get that? Okay, go ahead.
You didn't want to enjoy ourselves.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. You're not pushing, right? You just leave. So make sure your arms are not doing the work. Perfect. The big ear, see how you in there. Too subtle, remember, subtle. Too much. If it's too much, tell them. Yeah, just relax around. Remember, all you're getting need is just that feeling of release. That's it. Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. That one. Brilliant.
And then this one is scoring on the stage.
Yeah. So the hands, and then you just see here, you'll see a lot of people doing that. Think about your knees. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's it. Yeah, because you're strong like I do. But it's just, you know, it's a completely different feeling. You know, that is from adjustments. Right? Well, by then, it has to be really, really soft. Remember that bend knees, you keep the weight back on that side. So, but what do you think about knees? Okay. That's too much. It has to be really soft. You just have to. It's the softness of it. And remember, if you're doing adjustments, it is really important feedback. Go ahead, just run there. Like, all right. Good. All right. Wouldn't that be worse? Creative. Yeah. This, yeah. Perfect. And look. Up there. It's that skin because that's what the fascia is. You remember the person where fascia is underneath the skin, just underneath it. So you're just, that's all you're doing is just moving that there and then just giving them that sensation. Right. Let's go. You get that? Yeah. Good. So, no. Inverse. So, just jump on. Most of So the first thing there, if you want to get that, is just relax it. Just remember, the not doing has to outdo the doing. So if looking at him just there like that, right? Where do you think would you go? Where's the first place you would go? Say it. Yes. Okay. That's really good. Don't, you know,
What does it say?
don't be, you know, just your eye. You see, this here is really important. You did adjustments with me, didn't you? The most important part of adjustment is your eyes. And you see the way that you didn't trust yourself, then you came to it, and then you start to think with that feeling. All right, so that there, you got it right away. And that there's then you just follow that. So what you do here, right, you know, is just come down and then just the hands there like this. And all you do then is just, yeah. So you're just getting that softness again. So you said it, Emma, it's 100%.
Sorry, John, I can't see past the chair. Sorry, really sorry.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Can you see me now, Finola? Yeah. So look, from here, from here. So can you see Finola? All right. Then look. So we want to encourage these here. Now he's a strong man, right? So once we get there, and then we just want. You get that? So there, I'm not doing this. Okay, it's restorative yoga. Okay, so I'm just going here. Yeah. And it's just that, what are you feeling there?
Just a softness in the chest, something like that.
You've got that.
And the softness there.
I've just
Yes.
given that reaction.
You see there? That?
The heart.
And it's just, you can do that test. But what am I doing? What? Good. You get that?
Yeah.
Look. All right.
Gazing at those big blue eyes.
You understand? So those are the sort of things there.
Pascal, what way are you coming out of that? Pascal.
All right, so just get that there. Just empty, right?
What are you doing? Come out of that, man.
You okay, Finola? So Brian, just get Brian. It doesn't need to lie in the bolster, even if he was lying on a brick or anything. I just want you to get the hands. Watch him again, and I'll get him through it if you're not sure. So we're here. Look, right. So yeah, the shoulders, but then. Now, see there? That's just up there. Yeah, that's it. Just touch, just touch. Just lighter. Right. Just hold that and then move your body. Just move your body. But that's that. Do you see how simple that it is and how you know that be simple? Is that right? Right. Just think about skin. Perfect. No, you're leaning into it. You got to move away. You have to move away. It's your hands. It's neat. As you go back, the hands is just perfect. There you go. There you go. All right, you get that? It's your arch movement. That's just that being moving back there. You get that? But did you see that? Yeah.
There's no body with that.
No, no. It's all moving. You get that? You're so good, Junior. No, no. So you got to find sugar, right? Okay. So you're over the yeah. All right, you gotta get that moving. Yeah, that's good there. You get that? You need to ask for it. Instead of getting over there. All right. All right. Okay. Are we good? All right. Good. Okay. Let's go. Last one. Line back. But no, did you get that? Sorry. Good, Garrett. Brilliant. No, fucking Sebastian. Thank you, Liz. Right, no. So legs are straight legs, sorry. Lie back, move back a little bit. No. So using a prop, right? If I was going to do what prop does he make here now? Besides the head, you know, you've got to just move it in. But from down here, what do you do? What? Correct. Good stuff. Thanks. No. So we get this there, we'll put that there.
Here you have no idea how different that is until you do it. I'm not joking, I exaggerate.
Can you see there, Fernando? Man, good. So just to give this feeling now, once again, of length in it, this one here is fucking priceless. All right. So what you do here is you grab the foot here like this and the heel, so the hand goes onto the heel there like that. Is that right? The heel goes onto the hand. And then the hand goes around the foot here like this. And I just, yeah. Yeah. So you're there. Right, look, I'm here, hand there, and then look. You like it? Yeah.
He's quiet, he must
Okay.
be.
And that subtle movement there is priceless. Okay, so look, once again, you reach for a heel, here like this, and then.
Traction.
So right hand to right heel, left hand on top.
So you go here, and then. Just there.
You're turning them out a wee bit.
Yes. You get that? All right.
Do you hold that for a minute?
No,
No, just.
that's just there. So you come up down to here, not even just.
What if you hit quick?
Hey.
I had to get over it during training, thanks to Pastor's feet.
Right.
Pastor's feet already.
It's terrible.
No, here, whoa. Good question. Should I finish your last one?
The man.
So you're there?
Aye, just a blanket.
Here?
Yeah.
All right.
That's great.
Just look, but it's you're not doing this.
Oh, you're not twisting or
Did you see what I'm doing?
jerking it, sort of bumping it down.
Here? What?
Just dropping it?
No, look at me. Look at me.
Oh, you're not looking at them?
It's just coming. You get,
We're all tired, we're all hungry.
all right, you get it there. And it's just so subtle. Right? So you don't like fake throw blanket around? You get that? And that's why the chair is normal. You can put the legs up the back of the chair.
Need a blanket, Pascal?
Eh?
Need a blanket?
No.
No, no, people board.
Would you fucking get that done and hurry up?
I can neither do this job. You can be a company steps.
I would, well, I would easy for us to do something. Just so long as you're confident. Yeah, that's. No, I don't feel that level. You just turn it. Gotta, just lean back. Pull, just turn, lean back. Perfect. Class. You see, if you look and watch what the end product from here, you just watch it. The most important movement is movement. Class. Right. See where you're sitting there, totally healthy. Right. Yeah, there. And then this is around the front. Okay. And then just there. And then you get that. And then you just put that. Yeah. So then you have this here. And then you just, that's all the one. You just. You get that there. And then, yeah, right. See, you're looking at it. There's. You get that? No, you see what I would encourage, right? You know, if you see if you've got the two posters, put the two posters underneath them. Put the second poster. Right, right. No, work it, right? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, that hard to was rest and all that. Right, so then what you want to do is the heels. So just bring the bolster, slide the bolster forward. What's that big thing? So have you got the two bolsters on there? Yeah. So take the rest. See there? So when you do this, right, so that's up there. circle. And then you just keep that on. You should leave that. There's going to be the, you're trusting the tricep. There, but you just leave that. Just let that. You get that? Good. All right. Yeah. No, but you're doing right. So just the time there's but you just hold that. Then you just get that. Hello? That's when you're really getting. Yeah, you get that? Right, go on, let's go. Okay. Finola, and oh yeah, he's stretched out now. You've him wiped out there, Finola. Brilliant. Listen, I'll see you after lunch, Gert. Oh no, here. Listen, so remember, what did you do the class plan, Finola? Do you want to do it?
What do you think yourself? I have a class plan for you.
If you've got the time, if Brian has the time, or I can get it again, do you know what I mean? If you just want to get it on. So Roberta, you don't need it, all right? You don't need to sign on, darling, all right? Right, I'll talk to you again, okay? All right, Roberta.
John, do you want?
Thank you very much, John.
All right, I don't want you to be wiped out after this, Finola. Do you know what I mean? I definitely don't want that. All right, darling.
Do you want me to just send you the class plan then?
The class plan, and that'll do.
Okay. All right. Oh, thanks so much.
All right, yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Bye.